Hi there, Dr. E from Rockwood Natural Medicine Clinic, and I'm curious if anyone out there, go ahead and give a thumbs up or comment if you have heard of the vital force. It's a little different than vitality, but if you've actually heard the term vital force, go ahead and give a like or a comment, and if you have your own definition, feel free to comment too and get overachiever points. So this is one of the main three pillars if a naturopathic physician is really focusing on achieving optimal health and not just covering up symptoms, even if it's with natural things. Ideally, they're going to be focusing on increasing, improving your vital force. So what this means is, I'm going to give you a few examples to help drill this in. So different people can encounter the exact same circumstances, experiences, microbes, illness, and have two different reactions, right? One person could be knocked down for just a few days, and the other one is still struggling after 4 to 5 weeks, and they're on multiple medications or supplements, and they're still having a hard time recovering. Very different vital forces, right? Or strength of their vital force. I want to give you an example of a few cases and discussing this vital force. So I don't know, a long time ago I did a video on this particular patient. So if you know the answer, then hold your comment, but feel free to guess how long this duration lasted. So this particular patient came to me with a concern of vaginal odor. So of course, asked a lot of questions, said, yep, let's absolutely get a PAP and figure out what's going on, what's causing this odor. And during the PAP, I realized there was a tampon in there that had been in there quite a while. And if you've ever heard of toxic shock syndrome or TSS or read the package of a tampon container, you have probably scared yourself that you can absolutely not leave a tampon more than about 8 hours. But as you may have learned, some people have left them in accidentally for longer without issues, and others have encountered TSS within 12 hours and practically died, or maybe you know somebody or have heard stories who have passed. This is a prime example of varying vital forces. So I want you to comment that person I was telling you about with the vaginal odor. Guess how long that tampon was in. Take a guess. And after I post this and some people respond, I will share what the actual duration was. Another patient, I'll give you a hint. This patient, it was less than the previous patient that I'm having you guess about, but she had a tampon that was left in for 3.5 weeks. And she also had vaginal odor, but neither of these patients had any other symptoms. There was no fever. There was no illness. They didn't require any supplements or medication, which is a good thing because we didn't want to try and cover that up because we had to go after the cause, right? But that is a prime example of two people who had incredible vital force, vitality, very robust constitution. And they took care of themselves, high antioxidants. One person did yoga every day, great diet, a few other variables, but that's one example. Another is somebody I just saw this week. And she came to me, what would it be? Maybe 2 months ago or so. And her concern was frequent illness. When she did get sick, it wasn't just, okay, I have a stuffy nose and some congestion for a few days. She would be knocked out for weeks. Unfortunately, the doctors wanted to help her, and I don't think they knew how else to help her, so they were throwing antibiotics at her. They were throwing steroids. They were throwing different antibiotics. Multiple rounds, and they were trying many things, but they weren't addressing the cause, and they weren't working on her vitality or increasing her vital force. So she came in this week and said, this is so exciting. First of all, I haven't been sick nearly as often. Second, I'm not having the chronic congestion, the throat inflammation, lymph node swelling, but I encountered a cold, and I bounced back in 2 days versus more like 4 to 8 weeks. And so that is a prime example of when we're really working on the 3 pillars of health, helping people to optimize health, we're focusing on that increased or improving their vital force. So may the force be with you. the vital force. And if you have questions, comment below. And I'm curious to see what your guesses are. This person who accidentally left the tampon in and only had vaginal odor and a very robust vital force, guess how long that tampon was left in? Comment below and I'll post later.